Thousands applied for Key Bridge disaster loans, mainly taxi and rideshare drivers, trucking companies, and restaurants. But there was just one talent management firm that received nearly $1 million, the second highest payout. We wanted to know how the bridge collapse impacted this business enough to warrant such substantial taxpayer support, but our questions went unanswered. On March 26, 2024, a cargo ship struck the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, causing its collapse. The catastrophe rippled throughout the community, severing a critical transportation artery and blocking a vital shipping route for the Port of Baltimore.
As you can imagine, it was chaos. Our business really, for the most part, shut down almost overnight, literally.
Michael Clark is the owner and president of BTR Capital Group, a warehousing and logistics company near the port. He looked for ways to continue paying his workers and received $850,000 in a Small Business Administration Economic Injury Disaster Loan, or EIDL. These loans offer a year of no payments and interest rate of 4%.
That loan saved us and allowed us to get back to where we are today.
Of the nearly 2,400 businesses and nonprofits offered $134 million, a Dundalk trucking company topped the list. Michael's ranked third. He didn't hesitate to show us how he used the funds. But the second highest recipient, Relentless Management Group LLC, a talent management firm for athletes, entertainers, and entrepreneurs, is nowhere to be found. We're in Hyattsville, Maryland. This is the address on file for the small business loan application. Hyattsville, Maryland's about 40 miles from the Key Bridge, so we're going to see if anyone's home. No one answered, and no one responded to our many calls and emails. We then went to an address tied to the business loan applicant, Kibwe Jabbar or KJ Hughes. A woman answered. She said she's there to take care of the house and didn't know anything about the loan. Maryland records show the state comptroller forfeited Relentless Management Group's business license in October, 2 months after the company received the SBA loan. Public records also indicate KJ Hughes has over $1 million in federal tax liens. When asked if tax liens affect loan eligibility, the SBA said they don't discourage anyone from applying and that loan officers request information, then make determinations.
What happens is an applicant fills out the information on the form, the self-reported information, and no one bothers to validate it.
Haywood Talcove is the CEO of LexisNexis Risk Solutions, a data and analytics service that helps verify identities. He's testified in congressional committees on widespread fraud within government assistance programs.
The public sector's become a piggy bank for fraud, and it is stealing money from hardworking taxpayers.
A recent Government Accountability Office report found the SBA disbursed over $200 billion in potentially fraudulent COVID, EIDL, and PPP loans, 17% of total funds, and more than half was released before the agency implemented its 4-step fraud detection process.
I mean, it is so easy to take advantage of SBA loans during disasters.
Since we couldn't reach Hughes and our FOIA for the loan application was heavily redacted, we couldn't determine how the bridge collapse affected Relentless Management Group. What we did discover, the business has repeatedly secured federal assistance. In addition to the Key Bridge loan, they received roughly $800,000 through the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant Program, $300,000 in PPP loans, which were forgiven, and a $2 million SBA disaster loan in 2022. The SBA has not disclosed whether the $2 million loan has been repaid or forgiven. When questioned about their vetting process, an SBA spokeswoman only stated that loan officers request detailed information and make the determination. SBA Administrator Kelly Leffler promised on day one to eliminate fraud, waste, and abuse in lending programs. We asked her directly about the nearly $1 million loan to Relentless Management Group. Is this the kind of business that the SBA should be lending to?
Well, let me just say that, first of all, small businesses deserve relief when there's a disaster. However, anyone that tries to game the system and does not deserve disaster relief should not be getting it.
Hughes' other D.C. area business received part of a $1.25 million D.C. government fund. In an article about the investment, the Washington Informer quoted him as saying, "To fund a business, you have to do a number of things, whether it is to pull up your bootstraps and fund it yourself, or beg, borrow, and steal for the money." The SBA Inspector General denied our FOIA request for Relentless Management Group's loan records, citing an open investigation, and document release may interfere with enforcement proceedings. The SBA maintains that even if a business closes, the loans must be repaid. In Baltimore, I'm Mallory Safaste. I hope you enjoyed that Matter for Mallory. To watch more Matter for Mallory stories, click the box in the corner and be sure to tap that circle and subscribe to WMAR 2 News for quick access to great content posted every day.